Chosen one, listen closely. What you are about to hear is not an accident, not a coincidence, and definitely not random. This moment found you because heaven has a message that could shift everything in your life. You were brought here on purpose. You were guided, pulled, summoned into this exact second because God has seen the tension rising around you, the pressure tightening, and the silent traps forming where you least expect them. Before you move forward, heaven paused your path for one crucial instruction, one warning that could shape the season you're stepping into. Guard your lips, protect your tongue, keep silent where the enemy expects you to react. This isn't a soft reminder, it's a spiritual intervention. The battle surrounding you right now isn't physical, it's verbal. The enemy can't stop what God is building, so he's trying to irritate you, trigger you, and lure you into a reaction that could shift your direction. But hear this, your silence is your strength. Your silence is your weapon. Your silence is your breakthrough strategy. Heaven is stepping in to pull you out of conversations that drain you and battles that were never assigned to you. And if your spirit is already responding, if you feel that tug inside, don't ignore it. Backhand index pointing right, hit the like button as a sign of agreement. Backhand index pointing right, comment your city and nation so we know where this prophetic message is reaching. Backhand index pointing right and make sure you subscribe because the next instruction God has for you is something you do not want to miss. Heaven is releasing this instruction in this exact moment because something in your life is shifting on a deep prophetic level. You have stepped into a season where decisions are no longer casual, where conversations are no longer harmless, and where the atmosphere around you is carrying more weight than you understand. What is coming toward you is not ordinary progress. This is destiny-level movement, spiritually timed breakthroughs, and alignment with assignments that have been waiting for years. And because of what is ahead, heaven is commanding a silence that may feel strange, inconvenient, or even unnecessary. But it is not random, it is not emotional, it is not accidental. This silence is strategic. This silence is protective. This silence is prophetic. Heaven is saying, be still, be quiet, be hidden, because what I am doing next requires your mouth to be guarded. There are things forming in the unseen that your words could disrupt. There are doors opening that your reactions could delay. There are blessings approaching that one careless sentence could sabotage. Right now, your silence is not weakness. Your silence is alignment. Your silence is shielding what God is building. Your silence is a weapon, a wall, a covering sent by God Himself. Heaven is releasing this warning because the enemy can sense what is coming for you even before you see it. And when the enemy senses breakthrough, he attacks not with weapons but with conversations, not with storms but with provocations, not with destruction but with distractions. The enemy wants you to speak too soon, react too quickly, defend yourself unnecessarily, expose your plans prematurely, or argue in moments where heaven is asking you to be still. Because one word out of place can delay what God has timed perfectly for your life. That is why this season may feel unusually quiet. Heaven has placed a divine hush over you so that nothing escapes your lips that could cost you what you have prayed for. This is why Scripture says in Proverbs 21:23 that the one who guards their tongue guards their life, not their reputation, not their feelings, their life. Because the battles around you right now are not regular battles, they are destiny battles. The warfare connected to your life is not attacking your comfort, it is targeting your calling. There are timelines at stake. There are doors that must not be opened yet. There are paths you must not enter too early or too loudly. Words can shift atmospheres, empower enemies, expose divine strategies, or invite warfare that was never meant for you. In this season, your greatest spiritual intelligence will not come from how much you say, but from how much you refuse to say. Heaven is calling you into a deeper realm of maturity. Silence is not passive, it is spiritual intelligence. It is the strength to endure without announcing. It is the discipline to observe without reacting. It is the wisdom to wait without explaining yourself. This silence is training your emotions, sharpening your discernment, and elevating your spirit to respond at a heavenly frequency instead of reacting at a human impulse. Heaven is no longer in the mode of comforting you about your battles. Heaven is now commanding you through them. This is not the gentle season. This is the strategic season. And if you ever question why silence is so powerful, look at Jesus standing before Pilate. He had every right to argue, explain, defend, and speak. He had the authority to command angels, the knowledge to expose every lie, and the power to silence his accusers with one breath. But he said nothing, not because he lacked power, but because he was unstoppable. His silence fulfilled prophecy. His silence protected the assignment. His silence confused the enemy. His silence kept the divine plan intact. If Jesus used silence as a weapon, as a strategy, as a shield, so must you. You are not being silent because you are weak. You are being silent because heaven is working. You are being silent because God is fighting battles you haven't discovered yet. You are being silent because the enemy is trying to provoke you into speaking words that would open a spiritual door for him. The devil cannot stop what God is bringing into your life, so he tries to make you sabotage it with your own tongue. That is why people around you may suddenly act strange, irritating, disrespectful, or unnecessarily confrontational. It's not them. It's the pressure of the enemy attempting to draw a reaction out of you. One emotional outburst, one unnecessary argument, one uncontrolled moment, and the enemy gains legal access to slow down what God is accelerating. But when you choose silence, you break every trap. You overthrow every demonic setup. You frustrate hell's agenda. The enemy loses his leverage, his entry point, his strategy. Your silence becomes your defense. Your silence becomes your victory. Your silence becomes the reason breakthroughs come faster than the enemy can track. Heaven is not asking you to be silent to punish you, but to preserve you, to cover you, to protect the timeline of your destiny. This is the season where you walk quietly while God works loudly, where you move silently while heaven moves powerfully, where you resist the urge to explain, defend, respond, or reveal. Because silence right now is sacred. Silence right now is obedience. Silence right now is the bridge between where you stand and what God has written for you. And as you guard your mouth in this season, God will guard your life. As you hold your peace, God will fight your battles. As you stay silent, heaven will speak for you in places your voice could never reach. You are on the edge of something extraordinary, and heaven is preparing you, not through noise, but through stillness. Not through arguments, but through obedience. Not through exposure, but through silence. Be quiet, not because nothing is happening, but because everything is happening. There comes a moment in your journey where the atmosphere around you suddenly shifts, and the people around you begin to act in ways they never have before. Small things irritate you, unexpected drama appears, and conversations you didn't ask for begin demanding your energy. This is not coincidence. This is not personality conflict. This is strategic warfare disguised as everyday life. The enemy knows he cannot stop what God has ordained for you, so he comes for your reactions. Because reactions create delays. Reactions open doors. Reactions give the enemy something to work with. But silence leaves him powerless. Silence removes all leverage. Silence takes the wind out of every demonic plot. When you refuse to react, the enemy loses the legal right to interfere with what God is doing. That is why every irritation, every provocation, every emotional trigger suddenly feels amplified. It is an attack designed to force words out of your mouth that heaven did not authorize. God is saying, hold your peace. The moment you stay silent, the enemy's plan collapses. And this is why guarding your mouth in this season is guarding your destiny. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Not everyone deserves updates on your journey. Not everyone deserves to know what God whispered in private. Your dreams are sacred, and when you expose them too early, you invite sabotage. Joseph learned this the hard way. He shared his dream with the wrong people, and it stirred jealousy that almost destroyed him. Samson revealed the secret of his strength to someone who was never sent to protect it, and he lost the power God gave him. Hezekiah opened the doors of his treasures to people who only came to steal from him later. What you reveal can be used against you. What you speak can become the tool the enemy uses to delay your promise. Heaven is asking you to place a seal over your lips because the wrong ears can weaponize your words. This season, your silence is not secrecy, it is stewardship. God is restricting your speech because words are not harmless noise, they are seeds. They carry power, they build atmospheres, they open gates in the spirit. Words are containers filled with either destiny or destruction. And right now, heaven is magnifying the consequences of every word that leaves your mouth. This season is not casual. You are in a spiritually heightened environment where your voice has weight. Heaven is training your tongue so your words align with purpose, not pain with destiny, not emotion. With faith, not fear. God is teaching you that maturity is not speaking everything you feel, but speaking only what heaven authorizes. Your silence is not punishment, it is preparation. God is disciplining your speech so he can elevate your influence. And heaven is reminding you through Ecclesiastes 3:7 that there is a time to be silent and a time to speak. This silence is not forever, it is for now. It is temporary but necessary. Silence in this season is a sacred sacrifice. It is spiritual discipline. It is the obedience that opens doors no man can close. God must refine your words before he amplifies your voice. He must purify your speech before he trusts you with the next level of influence. Silence becomes the incubator where destiny grows safely. It is the holy pause before the divine performance. Because what God is preparing you for requires a stronger version of you, a wiser you, a quieter you. Silence becomes the training ground for your elevation. God is shaping your focus, maturing your emotions, refining your reactions, and removing the habits that could sabotage the blessings he is sending. Before new doors open, old patterns must die. Before influence increases, discipline must deepen. Before God places you in a position of visibility, he hides you in a season of silence. He is removing distractions, stripping away emotional impulsiveness, and teaching you how to carry responsibility without collapsing under pressure. This silence is not empty, it is formation, it is strengthening, it is God preparing you for a level of destiny that noise could never unlock. There is a sacred beauty in the seasons where God pulls you away from noise and places you in the quiet corners of growth. This is your hidden growth season, the time where you build quietly, heal quietly, and evolve quietly. You are not meant to announce every step, share every plan, or explain every move. Heaven is shaping you away from the eyes of those who would misunderstand your process. Your transformation is happening beneath the surface, in the silence where God molds destiny. Soon, your results will speak so loudly that you won't have to. Your growth will be visible without you ever opening your mouth. The same people who doubted you will witness what God was doing in silence. And as you stay quiet, heaven is preparing to speak on your behalf. Your silence is not the end of your voice, it is the preparation of God's voice. There are moments coming where you will not have to defend your character, your intentions, or your calling. God himself will reveal you. Favor will reveal you. Opportunities will reveal you. Breakthroughs will reveal you. Restoration will reveal you. Everything that was spoken against you will fade beneath the weight of undeniable evidence. God is about to speak through open doors, sudden turnarounds, unexpected blessings, and victories that belong only to him. Every tongue that rose against you will collapse under the glory of what God manifests in your life. This is why Isaiah 54:17 becomes your foundation in this season. No weapon formed against you will prosper, not now, not ever. No malicious word will stand. No gossip, no slander, no lies, no spiritual arrows will prevail. God will defend your name without you speaking. God will guard your purpose without you reacting. God will protect your destiny without you explaining. What heaven has written over your life cannot be rewritten by human hands. You are shielded, covered, and preserved by divine authority. And if you ever feel the urge to justify yourself, remind your spirit, you are the chosen one. You don't have to chase explanations. You don't have to run behind validation. Heaven is your witness. God is your defender. Your silence is not weakness. It is the setup for your elevation. The next season of your life will speak louder than any explanation you could ever give. Your quiet obedience is building the stage where God will display his glory through you. And as you reach this point in your journey, Let your soul step into prayer, because heaven responds to hearts that surrender. May God give you the strength to remain silent even when your emotions want to speak. May He protect you from every trap designed to provoke you. May He sharpen your discernment so you know which conversations are safe and which ones are assignments of distraction. May your dreams be shielded from every jealous eye and monitoring spirit. May God grant you divine maturity and supernatural restraint. May peace saturate your mind and settle your heart. May only the doors ordained by God open before you, and may every counterfeit path be blocked permanently. And for every person who supports, follows, shares, or stands with this message, may heaven surround them with favor. May God bless their home with peace, their finances with increase, their work with clarity, and their future with divine alignment. May every engagement they make become a seed that spreads God's message further, touching lives they will never meet but will one day be credited for in eternity. May God release unexpected breakthroughs into their atmosphere simply because they connected with His work. And hear this final prophetic declaration over your life. No careless word will delay your destiny. No distraction will steal your breakthrough. No demonic setup will succeed against you. You are stepping into your season of silent elevation, where God lifts you in ways that require no announcement, no explanation, and no validation. Heaven is moving, and you are rising with it. And when this word settles in your spirit, remember that the link is quietly placed for those who feel led to support the work God is doing through this ministry. Even the smallest seed can reach someone who is desperate for hope. Every offering, every act of generosity becomes part of a divine assignment that touches souls beyond your sight. Thank you for partnering with what God is building here. Your presence, your prayer, your support, they all matter in the kingdom more than you know.